Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
We shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked I be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen,
Yeah.
all the fresh sophomores,
High school,
doing
like
it,
champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to Belleville East High School, home of this year's Class 4A Regional Tournament. As we welcome you into Belleville East, as we get you ready for some playoff basketball. How about that? We've been waiting all year for a little playoff basketball, and tonight we got it. Collinsville taking on Granite City in the first semifinal here of this Belleville East Regional. I am Todd Duke. Chris Kettler and Zach Roseman will be along here in just a little while as we welcome you in to the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works at 410 Regency Center, that is just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or give them a call at 343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. So the first game here in this regional features your Collinsville Kahoks taking on Granite City. The winner of this game will move on to the championship game Friday night here at 7 o'clock, and they will take on the winner of tomorrow's regional semifinal. The other regional semifinal has the fourth-seeded Belleville West Maroons taking on the fifth-seeded and the hosts, the Belleville East Lancers. But first we have Collinsville and Granite City. Kahawks come into this one at 28-3 on the year. Granite City comes in at 13-6. They are coached by Gerard Moore. He is in his third year, and he has a 36-42 record as head coach of the Granite City Warriors. Collinsville, of course, coached by Darren Lee. He's in his 11th year here at Collinsville, and he has 195 wins to go along with 139 losses in his tenure here as Kahok head coach. His 31st year overall, however, and Darren Lee is coaching in his 943rd game tonight. He has 660 wins coming in to 282 losses. And I had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Darren Lee, and that conversation will come your way next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Culp Jennings Flores pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We've made it through a whole regular season. It's time for some boys basketball playoff action, and Collinsville opens up the postseason at Belleville East, taking on Granite City tonight. Joining us now is Collinsville head coach Darren Lee. Coach, let's go backwards in time, talk about the season that was. Man, that's got to be one of the more fun seasons, I'm guessing, for you in your coaching career.
It was. Obviously, winning 28 games is hard to do at the 4A level. I mean, it's been a long time since Collinsville has won that many in a regular season. So, yeah, that was enjoyable. But now everybody starts 0-0, so hopefully we can get one tonight.
Was a special season from the fan standpoint, too, man. It had a little bit of everything. You guys got right off the bat. You got the Pyramid Plus tournament. You captured your own tournament. You got the Chick-fil-A tournament here on this floor. You got a Southwestern Conference tournament. In the meantime, we got to see some records broken. So this has got to go down as one of the most special years, not just in your history, but in Collinsville history as well.
Well, it does. Certainly in recent, I mean, everybody's recent memory. Most people that are watching basketball weren't around when Coach Fletcher was coaching, and except some of our more veteran fans. But yeah, it was a special season all the way around with Ray scoring, hitting scoring milestone, and us winning all those. Winning 3 tournaments and conference title is pretty hard to do.
All right, so if you had to pick a moment or a game that would stand out in your mind from this season, what would it be?
Probably the game here against Trinity with Ray. That's probably the one, and I think most people would probably in that and the championship game of the holiday tournament. Probably those two. Winning that holiday tournament was special as well, and so those two, and then winning the conference. There was a lot of special moments, but those games, the conference is kind of a season-long thing, and I think that was the most. That was even harder to do than the tournament win. So over a long span, it was the conference tournament probably for games. Ray's game here, and then the winning the holiday tournament.
What by far has been the toughest game to this point?
Oh, probably the 2 losses in the conference. The Edwardsville game at home, we just didn't shoot it very well, and they played a nice game, and probably that one. We just never did shoot it very well, and just kind of snowballed from there.
All right, I guess the same could be made for the first time you faced this team you're facing here tonight, Granite City. You went to their place, and boy, that was close down to the very end, and it didn't have to be.
Yeah, it was a grind. I mean, they did a nice job. Another one we didn't shoot it as well as we needed to, and yeah, but it was, and they're pretty good. They beat Belleville West Friday night by 9, so they're a very tough opponent, and they've played a good schedule. So they've definitely surprised me with how good they have been over this latter part of the season.
So if you want to come in here and you take on Granite City, you're going to have to tell yourselves we can't worry about what they do. We have to take care of what we can take care of. So knowing that tonight, what is it that Collinsville has to do tonight to come out on top?
Well, I think we got to guard them and not give them an easy baskets. I think we can do that, make it tough for them to score. And then we like to get to establish KJ in the post. And obviously, we always want to get out in transition, but sometimes that just depends on some way things go, whether you get long, how well they get back. You can't always say that. We're going to try to get out in transition, try to establish KJ in the post. And then, everybody's going to concentrate on Ray. And we need some of our other guys to make some wide open shots. That would be nice. That they're going to be the guys that are not named Ray Sean Taylor outside are going to be open, and we need to knock them down.
You missed the East St. Louis game. That was your second game you missed this year because of illness. You doing all right?
I'm hanging in there. I haven't had a very good health year for myself. It's been very frustrating for me personally, but I'm not fully recovered. But hopefully we can get through this one and somehow get a win tonight. But kids have been pretty focused, and I'm here and ready to go.
How have the practices been? You been able to take part in those?
I did, and I thought they were pretty good. I thought our practices were pretty good going to the East St. Louis game as well. And so I can't say that they haven't been. We just now it's just to relax and everybody play a good basketball game.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Okay, thank you.
As Darren Lee, your Collinsville Kahok head coach, we'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the starting five for each side, and then we'll have opening tip-off. All that more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
once again, welcome back to Belleville East High School. I'm Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with us, as well as Zach Roseman, as we get you set for this playoff game between Collinsville and Granite City. Let's bring in Chris Kettler. Chris, you had a chance to listen to Coach Lee's comments during the pregame show. Your thoughts?
Well, wishing Coach good health.
Well,
there.
never mind.
Well.
Thought we were going to do that. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return the athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahoks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahoks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, welcome back to Belleville East High School. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler, and Zach Roseman with you. And we apologize for that short break there. We got caught off guard with the national anthem. Thought we had a couple of minutes to talk around for a little bit. But nevertheless, that is over with. So back to our original thoughts. And Chris Kettler comes into the broadcast now. And Mr. Kettler, your thoughts on the pregame interview with Coach Lee?
I was glad to see Coach Lee back. Wishing him good health here. Missed the East St. Louis game, but I think, as we start the regionals here, it's good to look back at the season that was and all the great things that occurred this year. 3 tournament championships, conference championship, and records that were broken. Rayshawn Taylor scoring 53 points here against Trinity, the overall scoring record. It was a great, exciting season, 28-3 in a conference championship, and it was fun to see. But now we got to reset here and start these regionals and the playoffs here, and hope we can get some good playoff run going.
Let's not forget about Kedrian Jones and his record for most games played by a Kahok. That old record was 110 by Richard Keene, who graduated in 92. So this would be Jones's 119th game here tonight, and Rayshawn Taylor's 118th.
Yeah, they're right there. Definitely benefiting from the expanded schedule there. They've been guys that have been out there for 4 years, and the expanded schedule that teams get now, if you're out there for 4 years, you can definitely play that many games.
These teams met at Granite City back on February the 7th, and you and I were there. We did that game on the Kahok Sports Network, and was not expecting that to go all the way down to the wire, with Granite City having a chance to tie it at the buzzer with a 3-point shot.
The Kahawks didn't take care of business with the free throws at the end. Really could have just iced the game, left the door open for Granite City to get that tie-in shot that didn't fall, but other than that, Kahoks just had a bad fourth quarter, didn't knock down any shots at all, and saw a 12-point lead go in the fourth quarter. Just slowly disappear, but held on for that non-conference win.
Yeah, and if you think about that for a second, we won that game by 3 points. Granite City outscored us in the fourth quarter 12-3. If we didn't score those 3 points in the fourth quarter, that game would have went into overtime.
Yeah, and it would have been a whole new game there, and anything could have happened, and that could have been a very crippling loss. The Cavs would have got it, but glad to come out with a win, especially on the road.
Talked about that. Pyramid Plus champions this year. That was their second in a row, right?
Yes.
Prairie Farms Holiday Classic champions, first time since 2004. Chick-fil-A tournament champions. Rayshawn Taylor broke the school record for most points in a game at 53 versus Trinity. That was on the 25th of January. Most points in a Kahok career, and he's still building on that. He comes in tonight with 2,101 points. And then you have the one I mentioned about the most games played in a season. Now some personal milestones that we might keep an eye on tonight here too. Keidrian Jones is 4 rebounds away from hitting 900 rebounds for his career. And Kawan Smith is 7 points away from hitting 700 points for his career. So, I mean, it is what it is. This is the time of year where you don't think about stuff like that. You win, you advance.
Yeah, that's what we're worrying about right now, getting the team through, get the win. We worried about the personal accolade of Rayshawn there throughout most of the season there, watching him climb up that ranks. But and I see with a great career that a lot of these guys have had 3-4 years on the varsity team.
Of course, the year also had a 22-game winning streak to start the season. And, of course, Southwestern Conference Championship. First time outright owned that one since the 95-96 season. We shared it a couple of times since the turn of the century, but it's nice to have that thing outright, isn't it?
Yeah, especially the last one, 2012. Got some losses there at the very end of the season. Let Edwards will come back and tie it. Nice to take care of business and win on the road in the last game of the year, especially against East St. Louis. Haven't won there in quite a while.
This is going to be the 238th time that Collinsville has played Granite City on a basketball court. That goes all the way back to December of 1907, the second game in school history, the first home game in Collinsville high school history. There was no score available, so we don't know what the score was, but they did beat Granite City on the road later that year. Also no score in that game. That was 3 weeks after the very first game, so they opened the 1907 season with a loss against O'Fallon, and then 3 weeks later they play their second game.
Wow. I mean, I guess there wasn't as many teams to play.
No, there was not. And
getting started back then.
Yeah, that first game ever was a 7-6 loss at O'Fallon. How about that score for a basketball game? Sounds like a baseball score, doesn't it?
Come a long way. If we see a 7-6 game, somebody can be calling the news.
All right, so in the 237 games prior to this between Collinsville and Granite City, Collinsville has 186 wins to 51 losses. These teams have only met once in the last 20 years in the playoffs. That was back in 2002, a 54-47 win in the regional championship game after beating Alton 56-51 in the semifinal. They went on to lose the sectional semifinal to East St. Louis 60-50. That game was played at SIUE, and Coach Lee himself 18-2 against Granite City. And again, no playoff games for Coach Lee with Granite City. This will be his first time facing the Warriors in the playoffs. As far as Granite City as a whole is concerned, as far as playoffs are concerned, Collinsville has a 26-8 record against Granite City, and that dates all the way back to the very first meeting in 1923. How about this score? How about that 7-6 score? How about 13-11 in double overtime?
Whoa.
Yeah.
What year was that? 23?
1923. Collinsville lost that game 13-11 in double overtime. That, by the way, 1923 was the first year of existence for the Southwestern Conference. The first time Collinsville won in the playoffs against Granite City in 1926. That would be the first year that Collinsville was known as the Kahoks. And that district win came on March the 5th at Collinsville High School, a 28-17 win over Granite City. All right, here are your starters tonight for Granite City. Christian Jones, the 6'4" sophomore. Keon White, the 6'2" senior. Jaquias Tippett, the 6'1" senior. Marcus Peppers, the 5'9" junior. And Rio Dujmovic, the 6'5" senior. The starting five for Collinsville been the same starting five all year long. Kawan Smith, the 5'9 senior. Rayshawn Taylor, the 6'1 senior. Nate Hall, the 6'7 junior. Laurent Geladini, the 6'3 senior. And Kedrian Jones, the 6'6 senior. Told you about these two teams meeting back on the 7th of February. Collinsville did win that game 51-48. It was 28-25 Collinsville at halftime. Kahoks had a 20-11 outpouring in the third quarter, and it was 48-36 after three quarters. But then, as I mentioned, a 12-3 run by Granite City put them right there, needing that three-point basket to tie it up, but they just couldn't do it. Collinsville comes away with the win. Taylor had 18 in that game. I think if you remember, we were hoping he was going to have one of those nights when he scored 25, and that would have put him on pace to break the record at home. But since he didn't, we had to wait one more game.
Yeah, he fell a little bit behind there with the Granite City game and the Simeon game, but Collinsville wins the tip here to start us off.
We are underway, and with the ball is Kawan Smith. Skeet all the way over to the far side wing for Hall, and then back to the top of the key for Rayshawn Taylor. We are underway. Taylor dribble, drives, pulls up outside the lane, takes the shot, can't get it to go. Hall gets the rebound, back to Taylor off the glass for two.
Rayshawn tries to pull up jumper, doesn't get to fall, but Nate Hall cleans it up with the rebound, and Rayshawn is able to drive baseline before Dumbovich figures out what's happening, had his back to him.
That's the way this one gets underway with a 2-0 lead by Collinsville. Now out onto the far sideline. That is White all the way over here onto the wing for Tippett. Tippett back out to the top of the key for Dujmovic. And then they'll slow it down and back it up to Tippett, who then hands it off in the center court circle to Peppers. And a three-point shot coming from the wing. A little too strong there from Kristen Jones. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring it back up. Here's Kawan Smith from the corner for three. Rattles but won't fall. Nate Hall picks up his second rebound on the offensive side. Gives to Taylor in the paint. Takes the off-balance shot. Can't get it to roll. KJ puts it back up and in.
Great offense there. The Kahawks stays alive with another Nate Hall offensive rebound. KJ cleans it up, and he'll go to the line.
Foul called on Dujmovic. He'll go to the bench, and in his place will be Jacob Bullock, the 6'3 senior. And for Kedrian Jones at the free throw line this year, he has a 63.2 percentage, hitting 48 of 76 during the regular season, and he hits the bonus, and Collinsville has themselves a 5-0 start.
Let's go to the shorter lineup here, see if Collinsville can take advantage of that on their next offensive possession with KJ with an advantage.
Here's Jones. He'll bring it over this way to Tippett. Tippett on the right wing, hands the ball off to Peppers. Peppers all the way back out front now for White. White dribbles in from the left wing and has the ball knocked out of his hand, but he picks it back up. As Skeet almost got himself a steal, or at least a poke. And we're going to Nate Hall could have picked it up. There's another three-point shot from the outside. That won't fall, and again, Collinsville comes away with the rebound. Here is Rayshawn in front of the free throw line, gives it up to Smith. Kawan all the way back out to midcourt. We're just underway, just 2 minutes in to this first quarter. Kawan Smith gives it over onto the right wing for Hall. Into KJ. He waits and then overthrows the basket. Couldn't believe that. Didn't touch anything, and then on the way back down, a foul is going to be called against Rayshawn Taylor.
Rayshawn Taylor getting Pepper from behind. KJ wanted a foul there on the other end. Kahawks went right for him there with no one equal to his height there guarding him.
Each team now with one foul. And another shot that doesn't go, and there's Geladini with the rebound for Collinsville. Kahawks looking to add on to their 5-0 lead. Here is Taylor in the paint. Off balance shot, gets it to go.
Some nifty moves, drive the lane there, 7-0 Kahawks, and Granite calls timeout.
Granite City wants to call a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. A 7-0 run to start the game off by Collinsville has forced Gerard Moore and his Granite City team to burn one of their timeouts here early. As Granite City is set to inbound underneath of the Collinsville basket as we are set to get back to action. But I think the referees wanted to make sure they had the right guys on the floor as Dujmovic is, he's trying to check back in, but I think they tried to get him back in earlier, and that didn't work. All right, Jones collects the inbound pass, brings it up into the front court. Works his way to the top of the key and then backs himself up. 5.5 to go here in this first quarter, 7-0 in favor of Collinsville, and now we're going to have a 5-second violation? No, we're going to have a foul.
High screen there by
Bullock?
Bullock there. It was called a player control foul. Trying to find Jones a shot.
So Jacob Bullock, the 6'3 senior, has his first foul, and Collinsville has the ball back, looking to add on to their 7-0 lead. Here is Kawan Smith at midcourt to Hall. Now Rayshawn bluffs the 3, drives in, kicks it back out to Nate Hall. He bluffed the 3 too, throws a slingshot pass to Jones, turn around, hook shot, it rolls all the way around the rim. Geladini picks up the rebound, but then he gets fouled from behind by Marcus Peppers.
Just as soon as Laurent got the ball, he gets in from behind by Peppers, and Peppers will head out. Gooden comes in.
Gooden comes in, so does Dujmovic, and the inbound pass comes in to Smith. And to Nate Hall in front of the free throw line. Gives to Geladini. Over on the far side wing, that's the right side for Taylor. Taylor backs up and then directs traffic. Rayshawn out to the top for Hall, over on the left wing for Skeet. A bounce pass to Geladini. Now back out front in the top of the key for Taylor, who gives to Hall. One dribble, takes it to the hoop, can't get it to go. Geladini with the rebound, and it's good.
Nate Hall got some rebounds earlier. Now Granite moves Dujmovic over to his side there, and it leaves KJ and Laurent where they get the easier rebounds on the strong side.
9-0 in favor of Collinsville, and let me tell you what, folks, this place is all purple and white. There's just a couple of specks of red here and there, but this place is just filled with Kahok fans. Here is Gooden. One-arm slingshot pass over to Jones, and around the horn it goes, over to the far side. And now baseline for White. Back outside, three-point shot. That one rattles but won't fall. And another three-point shot rebounded by Collinsville. Kahawks out rebounding Granite City 9-0, and they lead 9-0. Inside, and it goes to KJ just outside the lane. Baseline, tried to get over Dujmovic, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds by Collinsville. Kahawks' second turnover. They'll give the ball back to Granite City with 3:49 left to play here in this first quarter.
KJ just let himself too far into the basket there and couldn't make anything work there.
Marcus Peppers checks back into the game for Granite City. He'll take the place of Keon White.
Granite City played some tough competition down the stretch. They played Vashon and Belleville West, so they're not afraid of some competition.
Here is Peppers streaming up the left wing there. Pulls up, looks over to his bench. Peppers, a 5'9 junior, with his feet in the center court circle. Works his way forward. Into the corner it goes. Here comes another three-point shot. That one tips off the other side of the rim.
What Granite City has done is taken threes, and none of them have fallen, and they haven't even been able to pick up a rebound either.
0 for 5 on the three-point shots. Now Taylor has the ball stuffed out of his hands and out of bounds. And Collinsville will inbound from underneath of their own basket.
It's going to be a tough play either way for Dujmovic. You know if Rayshawn will put the shot up or pass it over to KJ. Blocked it out.
Smith with it. Jones in the paint. Takes the shot. Oh, man. That one looked like it didn't want any part of going down. And then finally at the last second it said, why not?
Just died enough there. Looked like it was going to pop up.
11-0 in favor of Collinsville. We're down to 3 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Here is Peppers. He drives baseline and gets one to go. And finally, the Granite City Warriors are on the board with their first 2 points. Here is Collinsville once again, not wasting any time. They'll give it to Smith. He'll pop, but it won't drop. And then Kedrian Jones knocks the ball out. Okay, we'll take that one. I thought KJ touched that one last, but they say it was out on a Granite City player.
He was definitely the one attempting to touch it more than anybody. Might have rolled off Granite City player's arms as it went down out of bounds. Here's Nate Hall.
Yeah, off the glass on the inbound. No good, but there is Jones with another putback. And Collinsville extends that lead to 13-2. Jones already with 7 points here tonight. Here's Peppers all the way back to midcourt. 2:20 left to play here in this opening quarter. Peppers almost lost it at the free throw line. Backs up and now moves forward. Splits the defense. Gives to Demovic. And off the glass, the big guy gets it for two. The 6'5 senior, Rio Dojmovic.
Don't know where KJ was going there, going off of Dojmovic. That's what led to the basket there.
That's going to be a foul on Marion Baker. Number 0 on the floor. Excuse me, Marlon Baker.
Against Granite City.
Didn't make my eye big enough, or my L big enough. Looked like an eye. 2:05 left to play here in this opening quarter. I don't have a 32.
He's can't remember his name.
Is it on your program?
Might be.
32.
Good thing to look. I know I've seen him play. He's definitely not a new player for him.
There isn't one on that roster either, huh?
I'll check stats.
I don't know what the holdup is on the play, but that gives us time to find out who number 32 is.
I know he got playing time against Vashon last week for them. And this looks like this could be somebody not in the book for Granite City.
Yeah.
And that would be a technical foul.
It is.
And Ray Sean will go to the line.
Because they're using somebody that is not listed on the roster.
It's Brian Hine, right, 22, 32. Oh.
I got Brian Hines at 22. All right, here's Ray Sean at the free throw line. He'll hit the first one.
I think that's Brian Hines.
Well, if we don't see a number 22 here later, we'll figure it out, won't we? Ray Sean makes both.
That's a bench technical foul. Number 32 is not in the book. It's a bench technical foul against the Warriors.
That's exactly what they call it, a bench technical foul against Granite City, because number 32 is not in the book. So I guess we'll have to wait for him to score before we find out who he is, right?
It's weird he wasn't in the program, and then they didn't. Grant couldn't even get him in the book.
Yeah.
There's Lowe stuck in the corner.
Gets it out to Smith. That was a nice job by Laurent to stay with it. For one, drives the baseline and banks it off the glass for another 2 points. We're down to 1:45 to play here in this opening quarter. It's been all Collinsville thus far. 17-4, Kahawks with the lead. Here is Peppers. Peppers all the way around to the baseline, dumps it off to our number 32. It's taken right out of his hands by Geladini, and up to Taylor for three, and that's good.
Granite City will call another timeout. Kahawks got 20, up 20-4, minute 24 in this first quarter.
A 60-second timeout, so we will take a 60-second timeout right along with them. Back in a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler, Zach Roseman back with you from Belleville East High School, where Collinsville has a nice 20-4 lead as we have 1 minute 24 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter, as David Granger is on the floor for the first time for Collinsville, as Kedrian Jones has a seat for a moment. Here is Christian Jones. I was going to say no relation, but I have no idea if I would be speaking the truth or not, so I won't say that. Off the glass, 2 more points for Djmovic.
Comes in and attacks Granger right off the bench. Djmovic gets the points.
Demovic.
Something like that.
I know, that's how he said it, so. I'll probably pronounce it 5 different times the rest of the night. Here's Rayshawn, long 3 from the top of the key. That rattles but won't fall. And the rebound on the ground, picked up by Kawan Smith. And then Smith takes it all the way around to the baseline, and then he gets fouled by the aforementioned Domovich. That's his second.
Yeah, his second. He just wildly swats at Skeet as Skeet just drove the baseline there, and Collins gets yet another rebound.
Team's 5th. Yeah, Kahoks right now out rebounding Granite City 12-0.
Jeez.
Inbound pass comes all the way out to Hall, who gives it up to Smith. Smith takes it to the midcourt circle. One hand pass to Geladini and gets it right back.
Kahoks might look for the last shot here.
25 seconds to play here in quarter number 1. Rayshawn right in front of the scorer's table. We'll hold the ball for a moment. 20 seconds.
Granite City more or less letting them do that too.
We'll foul on Alton. You got a score on that one while we have a moment?
No.
No? Okay.
Not yet.
We'll figure it out. O'Fallon was losing at halftime. Here's Smith double teamed. He tries to throw it into Nate Hall, but that's no good, and then the ball goes all the way down the length of the court. Collinsville will get it back, but they're not going to have enough time to do anything with it with .3 left on the clock.
No, just get it in here and let's get the time off, and they're going to try something. No, they're not.
Nope. Inbound pass comes in, and after 1 quarter of play, Collinsville owned that first quarter by a tune of 20-6. We have the second quarter action coming up for you in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Back at Belleville East High School, I am Todd Duke. Chris Kettler's on the other microphone. Zach Roseman manning the camera for us here tonight from this Class 4A regional semifinal game. Winner will move on to the championship on Friday, where they will take on Belleville East or Belleville West. Those 2 teams will hook up here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
That was O'Fallon beating Alton 63-52 over in Edwardsville.
That's over?
That's over.
Okay.
63-52. O'Fallon over Alton. Quincy and Edwardsville play next.
So O'Fallon has moved on. And yeah, they're playing both of their semifinals today, with the championship game taking place Friday at 7 o'clock, the same time the championship game would be here. All right, here's Granite City on the move as they trail by 14, and they turn the ball over to start the second quarter.
Jones drives in there and then drove in pretty deep there. Roberson definitely wasn't looking for that pass, and goes off his hands.
So Collinsville brings the ball back up, and here is Kawan Smith across the line to Taylor, back over to Smith at midcourt. Back over to Taylor, offset left wing, back over toward the top of the key, and now the right wing for Geladini, all the way back over here, and then a touch pass from Taylor to Smith. Smith about to be double teamed. He runs his way out of it. That leaves Taylor wide open. He bluffs the 3, comes in, takes the shot, gets knocked backwards. No good. Granger with the rebound and the putback +1.
Grant just can't pick up a rebound at all, and Granger stays home there underneath to get the ball. Gets fouled by White.
White's first, team 7th. Missed somebody there. Here's Granger at the free throw line. His one and only shot hits the mark. As Jacob Bullock checks back into the game for Granite City. 23-6, Collinsville with the lead. Granite City with the ball. Here is Marcus Peppers, or excuse me, that is Tippett. Over onto the wing, and now right in front of the Collinsville bench to Jones. Jones, around the horn it goes. And it ends up over on the far side with Gooden. He'll launch a three from the wing. That one's no good. Matter of fact, that misses everything except for Rayshawn Taylor's hands. And now Collinsville brings it back up. Here is Nate Hall. No-look pass across the way to Kawan Smith. It rattles, won't fall, and the rebound being battled for, and finally touched out of bounds by Granite City.
And that almost went in for Skeet. He's been struggling to knock down a shot.
Marlon Baker comes in. He'll take the place of Jones. Here's Nate Hall after the inbounds to Kawan Smith. Free throw line, backs it up. Rayshawn back over to Taylor. And a Hall for three. Oh, that one's an air ball too. That was only the second three-point shot taken tonight by Collinsville. Rayshawn has the other one, and he made it. Rayshawn better be careful. He almost ran right into Tippett. Now Tippett drives baseline, and a blocking foul is going to come up against, I'm guessing, Geladini. Yep. That'll be Geladini's first, team second.
KJ will come back in. Look at Nate Hall break.
And Christian Jones checks back in as well. He'll take the place of Lonnie Roberson. Inbound pass comes in from Jones. Gets it onto the wing for Gooden. And Gooden will take it all the way back out to midcourt. Over on the far wing, Tippett bluffs a three and then rolls in. Runs right into Kahok, and that jars the ball loose. Kawan Smith all the way up, no good. Rebound, that belongs to Granite City. They bring it up, and we're going to have a foul coming up against Granger. Granger just jumped over everybody and almost landed on the back of Omarion Gooden.
Gooden going to have to earn this one the line. Kahoks raced down the court there, try to get their shot. Gooden never made it down, and then almost was a beneficiary of that. They'll have to earn it here at the line.
Gooden, a 50% free throw shooter on the year, misses the first one. 6:13 left to play here in this second quarter. And Gooden, one more shot coming his way. And that one is good. Collinsville works the ball back up court. Here is Kawan Smith in the backcourt, now over across the line. Works his way over onto the left side, now all the way under the basket, baseline, hands it off to Rayshawn, who then gives it up to KJ, just outside, post, no good, and then KJ gets fouled right as the basketball falls through the hoop.
Everybody on Granite City sold out there to Rayshawn. Once he got the ball, does a quick pass back to KJ. KJ stays strong underneath with his second opportunity.
KJ already has a free throw here tonight. Came at the end of another 2-point bucket. And there you go.
10 points already at 21 Friday night against Eastside.
2 for 2 from the line for KJ. Collinsville is 5 for 5 from the line. A drive into the paint, shot taken there by Gooden, didn't hit the basket, and then Rayshawn got an accidental elbow in the nose by Jones. He appears to be okay. Now another 3-point shot from Granite City that misses, and this time they get their own rebound. And then a step out of bounds, no.
Yeah, Rayshawn got to it, and then they're going to roll. He stepped out of bounds just before he tossed it off of a Granite City player.
So a quick exchange of turnovers over there.
Tough turnover there.
Peppers comes back in to replace Gooden. Granite City's got a lot of moving parts here, don't they?
Yeah, they're constantly subbing guys in and out. Makes the Kahoks keep thinking here on defense and throughout the game about their matchups.
Here's Peppers all the way back at the scorer's table at the end of the Collinsville bench. Now with that left-hand dribble, he drives, kicks it out into the corner for Jones for three, rolls across the rim, and then a tip-in by Tippett.
Two guys just kind of went for the ball, and the ball went off of both of them up in the air, and it fell in for Tippett.
5 minutes to go here in this first half. A little tic-tac-toe across the line. Granger for three. That one's a little too strong. And then the tip ball all the way back into the Granite City offensive court, and that's taken in. And a score by Marcus Peppers. And after being down 12-0 in rebounds, Granite City's climbing back in. They're down 14-5 now. That ball Gets knocked out of bounds by the Warriors, and Collinsville will get the inbound pass right in front of the scorer's table. Nate Hall will come in to take David Granger's place.
Get a little more fire going here. They were flying all around, up 20 to 4 initially. Now they've kind of got their feet stuck in the mud here a little bit. But
KJ gets shoved from behind. Yep. And that's going to be a foul on Dujmovic, and that's going to be his third.
Keep feeding KJ, and Dumovic fouls him that time. Let's go to the other big guy here after the first shot.
What did he say? Okay, Hines. So Hines used to be 22, now he's 32, and he wasn't even in the book or on the roster, so got to feel bad for the kid. He's on there like, what do you mean I wasn't on the roster?
I've been here all year.
Yeah. KJ misses the first free throw. Number 2 is also no good, and the rebound belongs to Granite City. Warriors work the ball up. Here is Peppers. Peppers at midcourt. We're down to 4:20 to play here in this first half. Collinsville up 26-11, had a 20-6 lead after one quarter, and Peppers stays with the ball the whole time, and now a jump ball called, and possession arrow in favor of Collinsville.
It's Rent Geladini getting in there with the defense, and Peppers threw the ball back to the referee real hard, kind of just when he wasn't ready.
All right, inbound pass comes in. Taylor gets it to Smith, and Smith walks it across the line, and then he gets fouled, and this one is going to go against Marcus Peppers. That'll be his second.
Team 10's good in 2 shots here.
Hey, I'm telling you, they piled up quick, didn't they?
Smith will be at the line shooting 2 for the Kahoks.
Last time these two teams played in Granite City, Granite City had the rebound battle won 21-20. Kawan Smith at the line, hits the first one, and Skeet coming in almost at 70% from the free throw line, 69.7. And he hits the second one. (28-11), halfway through quarter number 2. 4 minutes to go in this first half. Here is Tippett over on the far side, brings it over here to Jones. Christian Jones has a definite height advantage over his defender, Kawan Smith. Crowd wanted to travel, and into the paint it goes. Shot by Tippett, no good. And then Nate Hall pulls down the rebound. Collinsville brings it back up. No look pass to Smith, and he'll take it out from the corner all the way back out toward midcourt. 3.5 minutes to play here in this first half. Over to Taylor it goes. Taylor back over to Smith. Coach Lee yelling out something. Kawan couldn't hear what he said. Turns around and goes, huh?
Which play am I running?
Yeah. Here is Geladini over to Hall. Hall back to Geladini. Bluffs the pass to Skeet, gives it back to Hall into the paint. Oh, underneath the basket. No one covered Rayshawn Taylor. How can you not cover the best guy on the team?
He just hung out there in the corner while the action was pretty much on the opposite side, and then they lay it into him at the last seconds. He drives baseline. No one had him.
Here is Jones, lost the ball. KJ finds it, picks it up and gives it to Taylor. Taylor brings it up, zigzags in front of the free throw line, dumps it off, and now Rayshawn's going to get called for a charging call. That'll be Rayshawn's second.
Fortunately, there were 2 guys up underneath there. He went to his left to stay away from Hines. Gooden was there on the other side, and they both fell down. Not going to get that call against 2 guys.
Here is Jones. This is Christian Jones. Gets past the other Jones, swoops out of the basket, and a foul coming up. This one looks like it's going to go against Geladini. No, they're going to call it against Smith.
Yeah, it was higher out towards the rebound there. Christian Jones is trying to do it all for Granite City, and nothing has fallen for him. Logan Carl get in this first action here for the Kahoks.
Yeah, if it's not Christian Jones, it's Marcus Peppers trying to do everything. And
going to try to protect Rayshawn here with 2 fouls, especially here on defense. Granite City
bringing Roberson back in. Will take the place of Hines.
Granite City being pretty wild out there. You never know how some calls might go.
So Logan Carlisle, the other senior on this team, gets into the game. Aaron Moulton again is here, but obviously not dressed out. And I think his basketball playing days at Collinsville are over. We just hope that he can recover and have himself a nice college career, whatever he ends up doing. Here is Carlisle over to Smith. Smith, he gets double teamed and then dribbles his way out of it, but he gets kind of tripped up, lost his balance, and the ball now into the hands of Gooden. Dumps it off to Jones. Jones off the glass. That's good for 2. And that's the first 2 points for Christian Jones here in this one. 30-13, Collinsville with the lead, and a foul as Nate Hall gets that ball knocked out from his hands. And this one is going to go to Marion Gooden. That'll be his second. Jones, by the way, Christian Jones, was the leading scorer for Granite City in that loss to Collinsville earlier in the year. He had 16. Tippett had 15. Nate Hall at the free throw line, 39.3% on the year for Nate. Doesn't go up there that often. And as a matter of fact, this is just his 29th shot. And now Nate is on the board, and all 5 starters have scored points here tonight. One more coming up for Nate Hall. That one's no good. Rebound belongs to Logan Carlisle. Carlisle tries to put it back up, and call a jump ball on that? Really?
Yeah, I like seeing Carlisle maybe do a little more of an attempt of a shot there. The ball just kind of fluttered out of his hands there, and Granite City tied it up. We'll take the arrow back here on the next go around, maybe to start the third quarter.
1:45 to go here in this first half, and here is Marcus Peppers, and he does it all himself and takes it off the glass and gets the nice roll across the rim as well. Now Collinsville bringing it back up. Here is Gelladini, pulls up just outside the wing. Carlisle for 3 from the corner. Falls a little short, partially blocked or partially tipped. Loose ball belongs to Granite City, and they'll bring it up, and a foul coming up against Smith. He stuffed that ball back into the face of Marcus Peppers just when Marcus was going up for a shot. And now Marcus Peppers will head to the free throw line, where he is not that good from the charity stripe this year, coming in at 37.5 on the year. First shot, good.
Not the best minute or so without Rayshawn on the floor for Collinsville. Let's get him back out here.
Settle this down. Back in. Logan Carlisle back to the bench. And the next one, no good. Rebound belongs to Gelladini. And Collinsville works the ball across the line. Back to Gelladini, to Hall, to Smith. And Smith back at midcourt. Gives it up for Taylor. Free throw line for Hall. Back out to midcourt. And we'll go over to Smith in the center circle and back over here to Rayshawn Taylor. 1 minute to go here in this first half. Taylor and Smith play catch until Granite City forces the issue. No look pass to Hall. Hall back out to Smith, who gives it over to Taylor. Taylor back over to Smith. Over onto the wing for Gelladini. Hall has the ball knocked out of his hands, but he collects it over in that corner. And now Baseline has the ball knocked out of his hands again. And Christian Jones is over there trying to plead his case that Nate Hall was the one that knocked it out of bounds. Inbound pass will come from the corner into Smith. Smith takes it all the way back out to midcourt. 35 seconds to play here in this first half. Smith gets double teamed, gives to Gelladini, who gives it back to Kwan. Now back over to Laurent, who gives to Nate Hall at the free throw line. And KJ was wide open baseline.
Yeah, Nate never saw his back was to him. He's thinking about just kicking it back out to the guards.
Now back over to Smith. Nate Hall, free throw line, head fake, nice job, and it's in for 2.
It's a great move by Nate Hall. Now Kahoks need to get back here on defense.
Yeah, he almost coughed up the ball, did Granite City. 5 seconds left in the corner. Gooden kicks it back out to Jones. Jones pulls up, takes the shot, can't get it to go, and then the buzzer sounds. And that's going to do it for one half of play, where Collinsville has a 33-16 lead over the Granite City Warriors, as we now get you ready for the Cafe Agape halftime show, brought to you by my good friends over at Cafe Agape. Matter of fact, they're sitting right down here below us, and Ron McGee and his lovely daughter Dana. You can check them out for some great homemade food in the Collinsville area, located over there on St. Louis Road. How about some nachos? How about burgers the size of your head? How about a cheeseburger made out of grilled cheese sandwiches as the buns, huh? How does that sound? How about some catering? You have a business luncheon coming up, or maybe you have a wedding or something of that nature. Well, you can give Cafe Agape a call today at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Cafe Agape halftime show will be coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking in the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo's O'Fallon branch office for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon. Call Bill at 618-632-1010. Visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online at fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshighbid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network, where it is halftime, 33-16 in favor of Collinsville after one half of play. Collinsville led 20-6 after one quarter of play. He can read that stuff. I can't. Collinsville had a 14-point lead and then outscored Granite City in that second quarter by a score of 13-10. Leading scorer in this one is Rayshawn Taylor with his 11 points. Right behind him is fellow senior Kedrian Jones with 10. Kawan Smith has 4 points. Nate Hall and David Granger with 3. And Laurent Geladini with 2 points. Leading scorer for Granite City thus far is Marcus Peppers. He has 7 points. Rio Dujmovic has 4 points, 2 points each for Kristen Jones and Jaquias Tippett. And then Omarion Gooden has 1 point. Collinsville winning the battle of the boards, out-rebounding Granite City 17-6. Granite City has 7 turnovers compared to 5 for Collinsville. And from the lines, Collinsville hit 8 of 11 free throw attempts, while Granite City hit 2 of 4. And from beyond the three-point stripe, Collinsville has hit 1 of 3, while Granite City has gone 0 for 8. And here is Chris Kettler with the out-of-town scoreboard.
Okay, O'Fallon beats Alton 63-52 in the Edwardsville Regional in 4A. 3A Regional Triad, East St. Louis leads Cahokia 26-19 at the half. 2A Sectional in Shelbyville, Alton Marquette leads Marshall 25-17 at the half. Hamilton County 2A Sectional, Nashville leads Benton 22-7 at the half. And 1A Sectional in Dupo, Payson leads Madison 25-20 at the half.
25-20 at the half. How about that? Got a 17-point lead here, and pretty much been all Collinsville, really.
Yeah, they jumped out to the 20-4 lead here, and then it's kind of just been a little back and forth here. Both teams got in some foul trouble there, gone to the line. Not a lot of, some few turnovers. Not a lot of big things to see here after that. Kahoks, nice to see him get here another big run here to start the third quarter. Maybe start to put this game away here, get this lead here up into the 20s, and don't leave any doubts.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you there. And then you can, not that your starters need rest or anything, but you pull them out. Don't want to see them get injured. Get some of your underclassmen in there, get them some time, and because you never can tell in the course of a playoff run and if you're going to need them or not.
Yeah, and they're going to have plenty of rest, a whole day's rest over the whoever wins this game will have a whole day's rest over the team that comes out of the game tomorrow. So that's an advantage. But the dream here would be to extend this lead out here to 30 and clear the bench there for the fourth quarter and just make it academic at that point. But could still be a battle on our hands. Granite City not going to give up. They haven't knocked down many shots. They may get hot here in the third quarter as we go along. Hopefully the Kahoks don't have any struggles like they had last month when we were at Granite City.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. I don't think that's going to. I think playoffs have started. It's a different animal. These guys have a hunger inside of them that I think that's really propelling them right now. All right, let's look at your Cafe Agape halftime show. We will take a break, come back. Second half action comes your way in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats. Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Back here at Belleville East High School, I am Todd Duke, Chris Kettler on the other microphone, and Zach Roseman on the camera with us tonight. 33-16 after one half of play, and we are just about ready to get this second half going. And we can't complete our scoreboard now. Blues and Rangers 1-1.
Blues and Rangers 1-1 in the third period, and SLU trails George Mason 26-25 at the half.
And the Cardinals won a spring training contest today against the Houston Astros.
Yes. So now we're done with the scoreboard.
Forgot about the Blues. I was listening to the pregame show on the way here. I don't know how I can forget about that. Well, I had a good Saturday. I tell you what I did Saturday, man. I didn't do anything Saturday. I watched the Cardinal game at 12 o'clock. I watched the Battlehawk game at 4 o'clock. I watched the Blues game at 7 o'clock. And guess what? They all won.
Sounds like my day.
That was a fun day. Very relaxing day. The next day, I was outside working in the yard trying to get it ready for springtime because, boy, it got nice here real quick. All right, speaking of real quick, we're already underway, and here is Gelladini with the ball for Collinsville. Stops his dribble, gives it up to Nate Hall at the top of the key, and back to Laurent it goes. Over to Kawan Smith on the left wing, and then Rayshawn Taylor has it. He enters the perimeter and then backs his way back out. 1-hand pass over to Smith, now back over to Gelladini. Back over to Kawan. And Gelladini right in front of the Collinsville student body cheering section. Looks a little small over there today, by the way. I know, it's just a Tuesday. Kids got school tomorrow. Here is Nate Hall to Taylor. Baseline, no shot, but a foul going to be handed out to Amarian Gooden as he just kind of grabbed onto Rayshawn's waist as Rayshawn was driving baseline. His third.
All else fails for Granite City. That's what they're going to do. They're not going to give you the opportunity at the easy bucket and do any hard foul they can.
All the way out to Kawan Smith. And the senior backs up toward midcourt, gives it up to fellow senior Laurent Gelladini. Gelladini being watched over there by Peppers. Gelladini caught with the ball, and now it's poked into the backcourt, so Gelladini can go back and get it. And now we're going to have a foul call. This one's going to go against Gooden. That's going to be his fourth.
Just holding on there on Rayshawn, and that one was just right in front of the ref. He ain't going to miss it that time.
Wow. Second foul here in this half for Granite City and for Peppers. Or excuse me, for Gooden. Gooden will have a seat, and Alani Roberson will take his place. Inbound pass goes into the backcourt for Kawan Smith. Smith moves the ball up, and at the top of the key, gives it up at the free throw line for Nate Hall. He'll turn around, take the shot, can't get it to fall, though. And the rebound belongs to Granite City. So Granite City looks to score first here in the second half. Here is Jones, no good. Nate Hall there with the rebound. He'll give it up to Kawan Smith. Smith trying to get around a double team. He does. And then cuts through the paint, hands it off to Taylor. Taylor tries baseline. Not a lot of room to move, and that ball knocked out of his hands. Granite City comes up with the loose rock. And Roberson over onto the far side. And then into the corner for Jones. Jones cuts into the paint. Takes it off the glass for two. First points of the second half belong to Granite City.
Jones been trying to make that work all night, driving the basket. He got there last time, just didn't finish. This time he does.
There is Nate Hall just into the perimeter in front of his bench to KJ. Turnaround shot, high off the glass. Falls in for Jones. And now Granite City in the corner with a shot for three. That one falls right down into the hands of Kedrian Jones, just like it was a pass from a quarterback.
Then KJ was trying to get the ball to
turns it over.
Rayshawn looked like he was going to break out to get the ball. And that's where KJ started to throw the ball, and then Rayshawn went back in closer to KJ. He's just working too fast there. Just slow it down. Nobody else around. They like to run it in transition there, but that just was an opportunity for that.
Here is Marcus Peppers. Peppers hands the ball off, gets it right back from Roberson, and then Peppers slips and travels. That's what you call adding insult to injury right there, man. Your feet come out from underneath you and your keister hits the floor and you get called for a travel. 5:34 left to play here in quarter number 3. They're checking that spot to see if there's any moisture down there. They're satisfied that there wasn't. I think Peppers just lost his feet. Here is Kawan Smith across the timeline. 5:25 to play here in this third quarter. Over to Geladini. Geladini on the wing, takes it out to the top of the key and then gives it up on the left wing for Smith. Smith in a baseline pass for Hall. Hall back to Smith into the corner, and Smith dribbles his way out of it, cuts right through the paint. No opposition there whatsoever. And now Kawan Smith, top of the key, gives it up for Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor at the free throw line, dribbles, drives, puts on a show, and can't finish because he's fouled. This one's going to go against Christian Jones. That'll be his first.
Team third, Rayshawn Taylor will be at the line.
Rayshawn at the free throw line, 2 for 2 from there in the first half. Good.
The idea to drive the lane there, two guys from Granite City stuck like glue on Jones and Hall. Rayshawn can work his way through.
And Rayshawn hits both. Here comes Jones. That would be Christian Jones for Granite City. Jones uses Hines as a pick and screen and gets it up over in the corner, but another lost dribble, and now back out for Roberson for 3, and that one bounces straight up off the fat part of the iron. Comes down for Granite City this time, however, and a whistle and a basket there for Marlon Baker.
That's a good basket.
Not sure what Laurent did there.
Geladini picks up his second. First foul here in the second half for Collinsville. And at the free throw line will be Marlon Baker.
Good clean defense, and Baker even got the shot off.
Yeah, and that one bounced a couple of times off the rim for Baker and right down into the hands of KJ. Collinsville picks up another rebound. They bring it forward. Here is Smith. Over to Geladini, back to Smith, now on the wing for Hall. Hall dribbles his way from the wing and then over to Kawan Smith, who takes that same position. Now back to Hall. Hall wanted to drive baseline, but Jones pushed him. And Christian Jones, who didn't have any fouls in the first half, picks up 2 quick ones here in this third quarter. 4:20 to go here in quarter number 3.
And Nate really got checked there in the arm, and he's still grabbing his arm, and I had to get him out of there.
Yeah, he's grabbing that, kind of massaging that bicep over there on that left arm, isn't he? Well, Granger's going to come in and take the place of Jones.
Okay, I thought Nate was asking to get out of there. Granger will replace KJ.
Around the perimeter it goes, ends up with Geladini, who hands the ball off to Taylor. Now at the free throw line, a little offset to Hall, who gives to Smith. Smith back at midcourt, drives forward, stops at the free throw line, and then backs up, still dribbling the whole time. Smith gives it up to Geladini.
Yucks all right doing this. They got the big lead. You can just stretch it out.
Here is Taylor trying to keep Jones away from him. Jones is not giving up an inch. A pass that was intended for Granger, and now Rayshawn pulls up a little limp, but he'll be okay as Kawan Smith comes up with the loose ball. Rayshawn is grabbing that left ankle, or excuse me, that right ankle. Referee sees that. He's the one who blows the whistle, and he asks if Rayshawn's okay. Rayshawn says, yeah, I'm staying in.
Actually, he won't mind this free rest period. He ain't going to go out.
Grabbing that ankle kind of high, man, and you don't want to get a high ankle sprain. Those things take forever to come back from. Ask Sam Bradford. You remember him, don't you?
He never came back.
Nope. Here's Geladini. Over on the far side of the court. 3:15 to play here in this third quarter. Back to Geladini. Oh, what a nice pass to Granger, and then Granger couldn't finish up. And then the second time, the ball lands into the hands of Granite City, and they give it up, and they can't make it count either. A fingertip roll that was too hard, and then Rayshawn turns the ball over.
Well, we're going to get another big-time dunk by Granger. He had that one earlier in the season here against Belleville East.
That same basket, too. All right, inbound pass will come in from Marlon Baker on the far side. Into the backcourt it goes to Christian Jones. And Jones works it up across the timeline. Jones dribbles, free throw line, picks it back out, takes the fade away. And Jones hits 2. 37-22. Here is Kawan Smith. Cuts into the paint. And then jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of Granite City. So Collinsville will give the ball back to the Warriors. 9th turnover now for Collinsville. That matches the 9 that Granite City has on the board. Here's Christian Jones. 2.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. 37-22 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Jones, dribbles in the perimeter, off the high glass, good for 2 more.
Christian Jones.
He's showing no fear, just driving to the basket, getting what comes to him.
Jones only had 2 points in the first half. Now he has 8 after scoring 6 here in the third quarter. Here is Rayshawn Taylor up underneath trying to find Granger. Granger couldn't find the handle. Another turnover for Collinsville. Here comes Jones. He'll take it all the way, and he'll get it to fall in. I think it's about time for Coach Lee to call a timeout.
Not there. A couple turnovers and a couple baskets for Granite City. But it starts to make it a little interesting. It starts to kind of look reminiscent of that triad game.
There you go. Count the bucket and the bruise to Kawan Smith. Foul is going to belong to Marcus Peppers. That'll be his 3rd. Oh, going to be a call against Hines. Read that backwards. Kawan at the free throw line, 2 for 2 in the first half. And he can't hit the first one, and now we're going to have an over-the-back call. This one is going to go against Granger. Granger will pick up his 2nd foul. And the inbound pass will come in from Marcus Peppers to Christian Jones. As Jones works the ball up right in front of the scorer's table. We're down to 90 seconds to go in the third. Jones, a little floater in the lane. And Jones is on fire right now.
Nobody stop him. 10 points this quarter.
Yeah, Rayshawn Taylor brings the ball up across the line. Top of the key, he gets pressured by Jones. Can't believe there wasn't a call there. Now the ball does get knocked out of his hands. Here is Smith for 3, rolls across the rim. Rebound belongs to Nate Hall, but Coach Lee wants to take a timeout, so we will take a timeout as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. 39-28 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks had a 14-point lead after 1, a 17-point lead after 2, and that lead has dropped down to 11 now. And speaking of 11, we have 1 minute and 11 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Here is Kawan Smith for Collinsville. Smith all the way back out to midcourt. Over to Geladini. Geladini takes it from one side of the volleyball tape out to the middle of the basketball floor, and he gives it up now for Nate Hall. Back over to Taylor. Taylor will walk along parallel with the midcourt stripe. 45 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Over to Geladini, now back to Taylor. Taylor over to Kawan Smith. Back to Taylor at midcourt. Rayshawn dribbles and drives. And gives it up for Nate Hall. Kicks it back outside. Collinsville doing a good job of ball control and chewing up some time off the clock. Here is Kawan Smith all the way back at the midcourt stripe. Feet planted firmly in the midcourt circle. 15 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Now to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor, 8 seconds. Rayshawn dribbles, cuts it, wants to go baseline, and a foul coming up. And this one's going to go against Hines. And for Brian Hines, that'll be his second. And that is the team sixth, though just an inbound pass with 0.7 seconds left. So enough time to throw it in and shoot it.
Kahoks look for some kind of lob here, probably.
Into Taylor at the buzzer, and he overshoots it. And the third quarter comes to a close with Collinsville leading by 11 points, 39-28. Fourth quarter action is due to come your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
We have made it to the fourth quarter, people. 39-28 in favor of Collinsville. Whoops. Well, he's already changed that. There we go. And Collinsville outscored in that third quarter. 12-6.
12-6. 10 of the points came there by Chris Jones of Granite City.
Yeah, he wasn't messing around there in that third quarter, was he? All right, Collinsville with the ball and the lead. Here is Geladini. Double team, gets it to Smith. And Smith will get out of a double team himself and go all the way back out to midcourt. Now Smith drives, wide open baseline, and can't get it to fall. Put back no good. And the next rebound belongs to Granite City. Here comes Tippett, and he is going to be fouled by Geladini, and the ball falls, and it counts.
That's a good basket.
Kahoks had a couple chances to tip it in there. Didn't get either one. And they get beat down in transition. Granite City gets a bucket.
Does it feel like momentum shifting teams?
Starting that now. Kahoks trying to take the air out of the ball and the time down, and Granite City just wants to keep playing and push the pace, and the Kahoks are stuck in the mud.
Tippett hits the free throw.
Usually anytime you push this Kahoks team, they can start pushing back and build the lead back up.
Well, we all know what happened when these two teams faced each other at Granite City. Granite City won that fourth quarter 12-3. Cannot let that happen this time. It is down to an 8-point game, 39-31. 7:15 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Kawan Smith in the paint. Almost lost control of the ball. Now he does. And then he picks it up, and now we're going to have a foul called against Christian Jones. That'll be his third.
They do get Jones on the foul. Now Skeet will go to the line, and it's going to be the difference here in the game. Collins is going to knock down these free throws.
7th team foul, so it is free throw time. Coach Gerard Moore over here trying to tell the referee that Skeet double dribbled going through the paint. As Jones hits the first, Smith hits the first one. Roberson out. Peppers back in for Granite City. The original 5 starters on the floor for Collinsville. Here is Kawan Smith. And he is a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line here tonight. 41-31, back to a double-digit lead here for Collinsville. Here comes Christian Jones. Jones cuts across the middle of the floor and then puts it over into the corner for Tippett for 3. And that one's no good. And KJ with the rebound for Collinsville. Gives it up to Kawan Smith. Smith racing around Peppers, over onto the wing, and gives it up to Nate Hall right in front of his bench. Hall dribbles his way out, gives to Taylor. Taylor takes it, gets the off-balance shot to fall.
Lots of traffic in front of him, and he does a fine job of knocking it down.
Here is
quick
Tippett.
pace.
That's for sure. Coach Lee very animated over there in front of the bench. Here is Christian Jones. Jones once again uses the big guy for a screen and gets around him, takes the shot, no good. Rebound belongs to Geladini, and the Kahawks bring it back up. Here is Taylor spinning the paint. Oh, off balance shot. That one wouldn't fall, and Taylor slides halfway across the floor like he was on a bobsled. And this foul is going to belong to Tumovic, and that'll be his fourth. Rayshon to the free throw line, where he is 4 for 4 in this game. And that one's no good.
This throw's going to be important here down the stretch. Just going to need to knock him down.
Another one coming up for Taylor. And that one is good.
Sean was 16 so far on the night.
44-31. Collinsville back up by 13. 6 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter, so still a lot of time left. Here is Marcus Peppers. Peppers dribbles, top of the key, where he runs into KJ. Now ball over to Jones. Jones in the paint. Almost had that ball hooked out of his hands by Geladini, but Jones.
And then now Jones has just got a technical.
Yeah.
He said something after scoring.
A little trash talking. And for Jones, that's going to be his fourth foul.
Fourth foul. That's be tough for him. He's been their scorer here throughout the second half.
Well, Coach Moore is over there talking to him right now. And meanwhile, Rayshon Taylor at the free throw line all by himself. That's 0 for 2 now. 2 in a row that Rayshon has missed. And he's lost his free throw touch. Collinsville will get the ball back. 5:47 left to play here in the fourth, and Roberson will check back in. He'll take the place of Peppers. Inbound pass will come in from Nate Hall all the way across the court at midcourt. Now the referee just threw a couple of spectators out. Okay, back to action. Taylor, oh, that's a beautiful play, and it works perfectly for 2 points. Rayshon says, I'll make up for that free throws right now.
Good eye there. And Nate Hall was inbounding that.
Yeah.
He saw it all the way.
Sure did.
Led Rayshon.
Here's Jones into the corner for Tippett. Tippett gets fouled by Rayshon. That'll be Taylor's third.
I think Rayshon thought Tippett was going to go somewhere. And Tippett switched it on him. Just looked out of position.
Well, Roberson heads back to the bench, and Peppers back in. They just replaced each other like, 10 seconds ago? Inbound pass triggered by Granite City all the way out to Jones. Jones drives over past Kedrian Jones just outside the lane. Fingertip roll won't fall. Rebound comes all the way out and falls into the hands of Peppers, who gives to Hines, and Hines gets fouled, and the big guy will go to the free throw line, and this one's going to go against Nate Hall. That'll be his first. Hines, according to my stats, only shot 3 free throws all year and hit 2 of them.
Yeah, but they're definitely not complete
I know.
stats. They got guys playing 19, 15
Well,
games.
I got him at 13-6. That's 19.
13 and 16. That's the record.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I got that. Yeah, I noticed that too. They don't have hardly any defensive stats at all.
Yeah. They may have depended on some of the other teams turning in statistics.
And no good on the second shot. And then a foul. That's going to be called on Marcus Peppers just as KJ was going up for the rebound. That'll be his third. Yeah, that's why I have been normally just giving percentages, because I noticed that they don't have all their stats on there either. Jones at the free throw line. KJ went 2 for 4 from the charity stripe in the first half.
Some teams aren't blessed with dedicated statisticians.
Yeah, that's true.
But got a great one here at Collinsville. Mr. Hartwig does a good job keeping our stats straight.
47-33, Collinsville with the lead, and now make it 48.
Important free throws there, and Collinsville gets it, extends this lead back out to 15. Look to get a stop here.
Jones kicks it up outside. There is White with a three-point shot. That won't fall. Rebound belongs to Rayshawn Taylor, and Collinsville works the ball back up with 5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Here is Taylor. Across the line, gets it to Gelladini. Back to Taylor it goes. And then Rayshawn back all the way to the midcourt stripe. Now he'll split a defense, take it in off the glass, gets it to fall, plus the bonus.
Textbook Rayshawn Taylor is going to drive there. We're going to see later arriving on the defense. Tippett gets the foul. That's all he needed there.
Jaquise Tippett picks up his first. We're well into the double bonus now. Collinsville will be at the free throw line, shooting 2 from here on out every time that they get fouled. And Rayshawn has found his stroke once again, so to speak.
Lead back up here to 18. I believe it's Collinsville's biggest lead of the game now. Granite City had got this down to 8 earlier.
Tippett bluffs the 3, pulls it up, takes the shot, can't get it to fall. Rayshawn tips it up, and then KJ comes down with it. And Collinsville pulls another board down, and here is Kawan Smith all the way down, and he can't get it to fall. There's Jones with the rebound, put back good.
Couple big rebounds there by KJ on both ends of the court. Finishes that one off. The Kahokks are up 20, and Granite City calls timeout.
Granite City will call a timeout, and they'll have 2 more timeouts left. We will take a timeout as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquee Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquee to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahawks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune.
Back at Belleville East High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler, and Zach Roseman with you. Kettler's got a couple of scores for us here. 3-point shot, that one's good for Marcus Peppers.
Edwardsville's up 36-12 at halftime on Quincy, and Madison beat Payson 69-57.
That was the first 3-point shot made tonight by Granite City. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith gets the floater, and it rattles its way home.
Nice response there.
Kawan now into double digits.
Yeah.
Over to White it goes, and White for 3. That one rattles over as well.
Yeah, extend this lead out to 20. Now Granite City can't miss threes.
Last time, Granite City hit 6 of 13 for threes in that game that we had for you from Granite City last month. Timeout on the floor, so we will also step aside, and we will be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-48 8-4.
Back to action here at the Belleville East Class 4A Regional Semifinal. Winner of this game will move on to Friday's championship game. Well, they will face the winner of tomorrow night's game between host Belleville East and the crosstown rival Belleville West Maroons. 3:15 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 55-39 in favor of Collinsville, and the Kahoks have the ball. Here is Gelladini. He drives and kicks it out for Nate Hall. Hall, he'll then drive into the paint and pull up. Looks for some help, finds it in the form of Kawan Smith. Smith all the way over on the far side sideline. Dribbles and has the ball knocked out of his hands. Collinsville will get to inbound, and they will do so from underneath of their own basket. 2:52 left to play here in this fourth quarter.
Varsity got two guys ready to check in, but neither of them wanted to come in there.
Inbound pass comes into Gelladini, who gives it up to Rayshawn Taylor in front of the Kahok student body cheering section. See Faith Liljergren and Miss Knutson over there holding up the big fat head of Laurent Gelladini's face. Here is Rayshawn. Bounce pass underneath. Oh boy. Nate Hall was just left all alone. He could have camped out under there, and that was no problem for the big guy. And now a foul called against Rayshawn. That's going to be his fourth.
Tippett goes out of control. They're just spinning around, and Rayshawn falls victim of that. Well, Granite won't go to the line yet, but Rayshawn with his fourth foul.
Christian Jones and Marcus Pepper return to the court.
Jones and Peppers come back in, excuse me. And Granger, he'll come back in and take Rayshawn's place.
Yeah, Kahoks on defense here. They'll get him out here.
Yeah, and now they're going to counter with Marlon Baker in the 6'3" frame on the junior to kind of counter the...
yeah, it's just shooter here. Instead, they bring the big man Hines out. And Grant's definitely probably looking three here with this crew they have out here right now.
Here's Jones, gets it to the top of the key. Peppers 4-3, he'll hit it. Second three-pointer for Peppers and the third in a row for Granite City. 57-42. 2:05 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Now Kawan Smith with the ball to Granger. Back out to Smith. Kawan dribbles, almost got tripped up by Tippett, and then a one-hand pass over to Gelladini. Now back at midcourt. Kawan gets it into Nate Hall. Hall, one dribble, takes it high, and it rolls all the way around the rim. KJ with the rebound and the putback, no good. Hall gets the second rebound, and a timeout called by Coach Lee before anyone could knock the ball out of Hall's hands. So we, once again, will step aside, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Nate Hall set to inbound from underneath of his own basket with 1:43 left to play here in this fourth quarter, all the way out to Gelladini, who gives it up to Rayshawn Taylor, who came back into the game during the commercial timeout. And then Rayshawn is just kind of grabbed around the waist there by Marcus Peppers, and Peppers will pick up his fourth.
Yeah, no. Simplest foul ever.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Foul me here. Rayshawn wasn't trying to do anything with the ball. So they go here and shoot two to Kahoks in double bonus.
Rayshawn and misses the first one. He's throwing his hands up in the air like, man, what's going on? I never missed these.
You want to see that? Granite City has gotten in the groove now with the threes. Kahoks going to have to play some defense still.
That's why they got three guys back in the backcourt after this shot here by Rayshawn Taylor. And that one's through.
They get Rayshawn back out. They got to play some hard defense here. Deny Granite City in these threes.
96 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Tippett. Pulls up his dribble probably a little sooner than he wanted to. And then Tippett gets it right back, top of the key. And dribbles his way over. Three-point shot on the way. That one rolls right across the rim. And the rebound underneath. Poked out of there by Collinsville. And now a turnover. Here is Jones in for the big dunk.
Great big dunk there. KJ right down there. Jams it in.
60-42, Collinsville with the lead. Here is Tippett. He comes in, takes the shot high off the glass, gets it to fall for 2 more points. Collinsville hits the inbound back up, under a minute to go here in this fourth quarter. Here is Kawan Smith, gives it up to Geladini. Back over to Smith at midcourt, and then over to Nate Hall. Back over this way now for Geladini, and Collinsville will play catch here parallel with the midcourt stripe for a minute until Granite City forces the issue.
Gerard Moore not telling them to foul. Might just be content with this right here, and Collinsville run it out, and they're up 16.
Geladini.
That's just what's going to happen here. Morris's fall back, and looks like we're going to have a 60-44 final.
Everybody's on their feet now. Final seconds run out. Collinsville will win this one by a final score of 60-44, and the Kahawks have moved on to the regional championship game, which will be played here Friday night. They do not know their opponent as of right now because that game will be decided tomorrow between Belleville East and Belleville West. 60-44, our final score, as we now welcome you into the Cullip Jennings Florist post-game show. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. Stop in for weekly specials. And to find out what those are all about, give them a call at 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their 3rd year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-855-9100 or online at sloanspubhouse.com. something old can be something new again. The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville proves that old adage right one more time. Derek and Whitney Reiser, along with brewmaster and distillery operator Torrin O'Brien, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is not just a place to eat and drink, but more of a must-experience destination in the St. Louis area. With its Collinsville Herald newspaper feel, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery features a restaurant, a tap room, and of course a state-of-the-art one-of-a-kind distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery can handle all of your group functions, as well with an event space that can handle you and 79 of your friends for any large gathering. And the food? Well, simply amazing, with local and new favorites, plus brunch on Sundays. How about bocce ball or bags on the patio? Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 855-8027, online at oldheraldbrewing.com, or on Facebook at Old Herald.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
And don't forget about the Collinsville Junior Service Club's Trivia Night coming up Friday, March the 20th. Doors open at 6, game time at 7 o'clock. Table reservations can be made by calling 618-288-2886.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And we welcome you back into the Call Up Jennings Florist post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one here tonight by a final score of 60-44, and will find themselves in the championship game here on Friday night versus either Belleville West or Belleville East. That game being played tomorrow night. Joining us now, Collinsville assistant head varsity coach Eric Anderson. Coach, nice win by your team there tonight.
Yeah, it was a nice win. Granite City came out, they played really hard, and we got off to a fast start. That was something we talked about was going to be important, and kind of jumped on them early and dictated tempo and got some post touches, and yeah, we had a really nice first half.
Not only on the scoring part of it too, because you guys had a 20-6 lead after that one quarter of play, but at one point I looked down, you guys were out rebounding them 12-0 at one point.
Yeah, that was a big focus too, being able to use our size, and there's no reason we shouldn't dominate the glass against some of these smaller teams, and that's kind of been a focus. And Nate Hall got us off to a great start. He went and really just dominated the glass, and when we get those extra possessions, I mean, it really gives our offense a boost when you get more than one chance per possession to score. And I think we did a great job of that tonight.
And I think, you had Gelladini in there as well. He got a couple of key rebounds early. KJ, of course, that's his job down there. But the rebounds were really spread out.
Yeah, and we've talked before, Rayshawn Taylor's an excellent rebounder. Laurent does a nice job getting in there, mixing it up, sticking his nose in there. And, if we keep Nate rebounding like he was tonight, and we always have David Granger and KJ, I mean, we should be able to dominate the glass on a lot of teams we face.
Yeah, and you guys knew you'd get some opportunities at the free throw line as well. You hit 17 of 23, and that was including Rayshawn missing his last few there at that one point.
Yeah, and it helps when you make free throws. You cash in. When teams foul you, you make them pay. And, we haven't always done that some games throughout the season, and it's nice that we were making them tonight. Hopefully we can continue to make them throughout the postseason.
Yeah, Granite City in that game that was at their place last month, they lived off of the three-point shot there to keep them close in that game, and boy, they couldn't find a three-point shot in the first half.
Yeah, going off their stats, I mean, they haven't shot it real well, so I think they may have just had one of those special nights against us last time, but this time they hit a few, but overall it really wasn't much of a factor. But they did get to the basket a little bit on us and kicked in a few tough shots over top of us, but for the most part, their perimeter shooting didn't hurt us.
And I'm guessing you're going to be here tomorrow night to watch the West-East game?
Yes, I think we're going to come over and take a look, and we'll get some film also. I'm sure we'll trade film with them, and we'll get a look at some live action tomorrow night, and we'll go from there, come up with a plan.
Yeah, it's not like you're strangers or anything to each other.
Right. I mean, this time of year, and that's the thing, getting out of regionals and the first game of sectionals, everybody knows each other so well, and it's trying to make those adjustments. And, everyone can pretty much predict what the other's going to do. It's just who's going to execute better and, defend better and make free throws, things like that are usually what's going to decide the game. It's not going to be surprising them with much, So, yeah, that's what March Madness is all about, though.
Sure is. All right, before we let you get out of here, talk about your JV guys. I know they're done for the year. No postseason for the junior varsity folks around the area. So talk about your JV guys. I don't even know what your record ended up.
You know what? We ended up, I think it was 11-6.
That's not bad.
I think it was 11-6. Yeah, I was pretty happy. It might have been 11-7. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look. But, for the most part, I was pretty pleased with it. They didn't play real well the last game, but, East St. Louis had a pretty nice JV team. They brought some different kids in there from the first time we played them, so we split with them. Like I've talked about before, we've lost a handful of games by 1-2 points, won a couple real close games. So, yeah, overall, it was a very competitive season. I think we made some strides, got better, and right now those guys are in practice doing a nice job trying to simulate what other teams are going to be playing against us, and they're having to run a box and one, a triangle and two, man-to-man, 2-3, 1-3-1. We have the type of team that could literally see any type of defense on a given night, and it's just whatever teams decide to try to attack us with. That's what our JV team's kind of trying to help prepare the varsity with right now. So they're doing a great job in practice, and I think they're still enjoying it. We got some of them are going to be in the 3-point contest coming up Friday, so they're excited about that, getting to practice for that all week. So
cool.
Yeah, I was very pleased with the season with the JV.
All right, thank you for your visit. We'll see you Friday.
All right, Todd, thanks.
Thank you. That is Eric Anderson, the assistant head coach here at Collinsville High School. Let's take a look at our numbers for you that we have, and the leading scorer in this one was Rayshawn Taylor with 22 points. He was joined in the double-digit club by Kadrian Jones with 18 and Kawan Smith with 10. 5 points for Nate Hall, 3 for David Granger, and 2 for Laurent Geladini. Leading scorer for Granite City was Christian Jones with 14, followed closely by Marcus Peppers with 13. 7 points for Jakias Tippett, and then 4 points for Djmovic. 3 for White, 2 for Baker, and 1 for Gooden. Rest of the numbers look like this. Collinsville out-rebounding Granite City 30-13 in this contest. Collinsville had 10 turnovers, while Granite City had 9. And from the lines, Collinsville went 0 for 4 from the three-point line, but they didn't need that, as Granite City went 3 of 15 from the three-point stripe, and all 3 of those came in the second half. And we mentioned the 17 for 23 for Collinsville from the free throw line. And very well-disciplined team tonight there, Chris Kettler, as Granite City only went to the free throw line 5 times and hit 3 of them, so Collinsville did a good job not taking too many fouls.
The team like Granite City, you don't want to give them cheapies there at the free throw line, make them earn every point they get. Glad to see we got a win here tonight, got off to the big lead, and then you knew Granite City was just going to battle all night, so it didn't turn out like the first time we played them where it was close throughout. You had the big lead to be a little more comfortable, and when you got their run, they'd only cut it down to 8, and the Kahoks responded from that, extended it out to 20. All in all, the guys did a great job tonight. they'll have a extra day's rest over their opponents here for the next round, but they won't know who they're going to play, so I don't know how you apply that to any practice or anything tomorrow. They'll just have to wait and see who happens, and then you'll have one day to prepare from whoever comes out of that game tomorrow.
Granite City outscored Collinsville in that fourth quarter 24-21 with all those three-pointers.
Yeah, Kahoks did extend the lead out to 20 there, and then, Granite started knocking down the threes and just in desperation mode, taking all the shots they could get.
All right, man, you back here Friday, right?
Definitely.
You know it. That is Chris Kettler. My name is Todd Duke. A big thank you to Mr. Kettler and Zach Roseman. I was already hitched a ride with some of his high school friends, so he's already on his way back home. And big thank you to Coach Lee joining us on the pregame show and Coach Anderson joining us on the postgame show. My name is Todd Duke, and until Friday night, we'll be back here. It's a 7 o'clock start, so we'll be on at around 6:40. Don't know who we're playing yet, either Belleville East or Belleville West. We'll find that out sometime around this time tomorrow night. So until Friday evening, everyone in Kahok land, have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening.